Caffeine is my shepherd, I shall not doze. It maketh me to wake in green pastures. It leadeth me beyond the sleeping masses. It restoreth my buzz. It leadeth me into a path of consciousness for its name's sake. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of addiction, I fear no equal, for thou art with me. Thy cream and thy sugar, they comfort me. Thou preparest a carafe before me in the presence of Juan Valdez. Thou anointest my day with pep, my mug runneth over. Surely richness and taste shall follow me all the days of my life, and I will dwell in the house of Duncan forever.
Good morning, Planet Flipside. How about you this morning? We saved you a seat. May your coffee cup runneth over, and may your day be magical.
Good morning.
Hello.
Gosh dang darn dang darn.
Are we having earrings?
Yeah.
It's very exciting. As you can see, I braided my hair today.
Yeah. Looks
I broke my
nice.
brush.
Oh.
Now, I don't brush my hair with this brush. This is actually a styling brush for wigs, but it works really well for me to get the little pieces
Hi,
so I can
grinder.
get in here and stuff.
Yeah.
And I broke it. So now it's a shiv.
Oh. Now it's a ship.
I'll still probably use this for parts and stuff because this is the best. This is better than a rat tail comb because it doesn't bend.
Yeah.
I was like, oh man. I
Uh-huh.
have that I brush my hair with.
Yeah. I'm
Because
doing okay, grinder.
we're so glad you're back. I missed you.
I missed you too. I missed you guys too. I miss all y'all.
All y'all.
Cards Against Humanity.
There we go.
Oh.
There's much on my
Yeah.
camera.
There's
Smudge.
yeah, I see it's right. No, it's right there.
Can't wait. I know. Grinder's obsessed with Cards Against Humanity. It's cute.
Yeah, he is.
So I have something to share with everybody.
Yeah.
I thought I was starting to blow up on TikTok. I was wrong.
Oh.
I got on this Gen X train thing somehow. So I said, okay, we'll jump on this, see what happens. You know, Gen X, follow each other, support each other. And usually I'm pretty much a fan of Gen X when we come together and do shit, because mostly we can put shit aside and say, okay, let's do this.
Yeah.
You know, I gained a snot ton of followers very
Hi,
quickly.
Myrtle.
And they all left. Not all of them. More than half, though. About 75% of them unfollowed me the minute I followed them back.
Oh.
You guys are assholes.
I was about to say the assholes.
And I'm going through and I try my best to get everybody's videos. I cannot tell you. I go through my friends list first. When they have the friends thing on there.
Yeah.
I don't go to my For You page first. For You page is if I have time later.
Yeah.
My friends are first. And I go through and I like and I comment, even if it's just a few emojis. They say you're supposed to do 5 words now, at least 5 words for it to count, because TikTok is monetizing like you did. And you know how that goes.
Yeah.
Well, it doesn't count because you didn't have, you were 1 view short. It doesn't count because that isn't really a word.
Oh.
You know.
They sent me a note saying that I was not supporting you enough. during your
Serious?
live. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I got
It
that.
wasn't me. You know me. I don't care about lives on there. The only lives I care about are here. I go play in other people's lives mostly.
I
Yeah.
got that too, and I'm like, I pop in.
Don't listen to them. I love you all profusely. It's not me. I'm not an asshole.
I
But I
think
go, and the big thing right now, though, if you all want to support TikTokers, which I've been trying to do with the people who have been following me forever,
Yeah.
is repost. Because that automatically throws their video onto the For You page.
Oh.
And that's where most of my views, I love you all, but most of my views come from the For You page.
Yeah.
Like 87% of my views to my videos come from the YouTube page. You're allowed 10-minute videos now. Yeah, I know. I have so many ideas, but I don't think anybody would watch them.
I've been allowed too many
Really
videos
intense 1-minute videos for likey, and nobody liked them. And I'm like, it took me a freaking month and a half to make that.
I'm gonna admit, when I come across a 10-minute video,
You don't watch it.
no. Unless I'm doing something and it is playing in the background. But
If it's somebody I know,
yeah, if it's
especially those pictures with music, it's just a picture with music for a minute to 10 minutes.
no.
I don't have time for that. I love you all to death, but there is no time for that.
That's why
bullshit.
mine real quick. That's why mine real quick. My videos are real quick. With the pictures. I don't even do those 10 seconds.
I don't do the picture ones very often. I did one, but it was like a template thing and there was movement and stuff. That was kind of fun, actually. For my last like 7 looks that I've done.
Yeah,
and a couple with just me without makeup, which was cool.
And that's why I do it, because it's all my makeup for the week in one video.
And that's cool. I like that. I actually like that a lot.
And I do it real quick, though. I don't do long ones, because what the hell do I do long ones for?
Well, when I've done long ones, it's because I'm telling a story.
Yeah.
Or I'm doing a review. Or
See you later, Myrtle. Have fun.
You're on the road. Oh, that's right. Be safe. Love your faces.
I was supposed to be the rainbow.
All of you, actually. Say that again?
I was supposed to go to the rainbow today. But after last night, I was like, no, there's no way.
Thank you. It's been a while. How you doing? Jackbox, remember Jackbox games are on Wednesdays at 8 p.m. Eastern time. You do the math if you're not in Eastern people. Because I'm definitely not math in this already.
I know Central is 1 hour behind.
Yeah.
I know that because I'm Central.
It goes an hour each way, and Cherry was trying to train me to, and I just didn't. I fully admit it. I just was like, that's too much work. I'm lazy.
So I know
I'm gonna be lazy anyway.
Vegas like that way is 2 hours behind me.
Well, it just keeps going by hour.
Yeah.
So I've been trying to do more. When we're done with lives over here, I tend to go over. You have a great Memorial Day too. Thanks for stopping in. And you can hang out if you want. We don't bite. Well, that's not really true.
We do bite, but
biting is like kissing. Only there's a winner.
Yeah.
I am. So and then this whole Threads thing is happening over on Instagram. And the same thing's happening over there. Girls follow girls. Girls supporting girls. Blah, blah. You know what? I finally made a thing because I started doing that. But I couldn't tell when people were unfollowing me because it's not... The damn thing is not intuitive. It took me forever to figure out how to read the stuff that people were commenting.
Yeah.
It's weird. You have to go... You can't just click on it and read it.
Yeah.
You have to go to a special place on your board, and then there's a
Weird.
list of them.
Oh.
I hate it.
Yeah.
I do. I hate it. And that might just because it's different. I might get used to it. I hated a lot of stuff on other apps when I first started doing it. But we'll see. But my point is, this girl following girl trend was, I'm like, oh, cool. I love it when women support women. Because y'all can be evil.
Yes.
You can be evil fuckers.
Yeah.
No one knows how to tear down a woman better than a woman.
Exactly.
And sometimes you use your powers for evil.
True.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm calling some of you out. Mm-hmm. Not my girl sitting up here, though.
Yeah.
But I put up a post yesterday on there saying, where are all my wonderful people who aren't jerks? I want to get to know you. I want to interact with you. You know, I had like 20 men follow me, and not one of them made an advance. A couple asked if they could DM me. They were very polite about it. They didn't just DM me. And I said, sure, DM me on Instagram. And most of them were like, hi, you're very interesting, blah, 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 blah. Not even, hey, baby, you want to see my penis?
I don't even get asked if I want to see it. They just send them. And I'm like,
Usually that has been the case. I think I've gotten scarier over the years, though, because they don't usually send them to me without asking anymore. I think we've yelled enough that the older ones are like, oh shit, do not show unless asked. Without permission, this is bad. It took us forever to drill that in.
Yeah.
I don't know why anybody thinks that we want to see that anyway.
Because they're proud.
Like, dude.
They are very, very, they're like, look at me. I'm very proud of it.
Come on now, come on.
They don't care. And neither do I, but because I just don't care. It's not the part that I'm attracted to.
I know
that's just a tool we can buy in a magazine, people.
I know they all look the same. Once you see one, you're
no,
like,
they don't. No, I disagree with you there. No, they don't. I've seen some odd ones.
I know they don't.
So one that looked like a question mark once.
Oh my gosh.
I think one,
how does that? Then I was intrigued. I'm like, okay, now how does that work? I'm very interested now. Not that I want to experiment. I just want you to tell me how that works. Okay, I can't figure it out.
Okay, so that's true. They don't all look the same, but I'm just like, it's a penis. Okay, that's my reply.
For a while I was getting in like 2018 maybe ish. I'm guessing, okay. 2017, 2018. Okay. For some reason I had this influx of dick pics. Just like every day. Hundreds. I'm not even kidding. Sometimes it was hundreds because they couldn't just send me one.
Right. No,
we had to get it from every freaking angle. It looks the same from every angle, buddy. I'm sorry. I'm glad you have all your pieces except for the one that you lost when you were a baby. Oh my God. So my friend and I, because she was getting, my girlfriend actually, and she was getting the same treatment. We decided we actually contemplated, we didn't actually do it, but we contemplated starting a website called Where's Your Willy?
Oh.
And posting them, asking for people to claim them. Women, men, if you know whose this is, please let them know we found it. I think some of them would stop. Some of them would be egged on. Like they were like, ooh, because some of them like that.
Yeah.
But some of them would be like, oh crap. I can't believe they did that.
Yeah.
Well, what do you think when it comes up in our pictures? It's like, boom. You can't unsee that.
Right.
Once you look, you can't unsee it.
Right.
And then, go ahead.
I suggested that I'm sorry, I was distracted by
That's
stuff,
okay.
so
Go
I
ahead.
didn't catch the whole story. But I suggested that she just since you got all these pictures from other dicks, that you just start sending them back to the people and say, oh, so we're sharing dick pics. Here's a bunch of other guys' dicks.
Here's some more.
Yeah.
That's what Kris does. I've done it before.
That really gets them
when
to stop.
some of them have gotten very pushy. I've been like, here, how do you like it? I'd rather see your boobs. I didn't offer those.
Yeah.
It's not that I'm modest. I really don't care who looks at them. I'm just not going to reward you for being an asshole.
Right.
Because I'm really not modest. I don't care. I'm like, hey, whatever. And usually it's like accidental.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a boob. Get over it. I grew up in the theater, people. I've seen everybody naked. I think that's one of the reasons I just don't care about nudity. It doesn't affect me like it does most people. Because everyone was naked. Doesn't matter who you are. We didn't have girl dressing rooms and boy dressing rooms. We had 6 seconds to change our clothes.
Yeah.
We didn't care what you look like. We had no interest.
Yeah. Honestly, I rather get blue pics than dick pics.
Oh, Kris, you're doing that robot thing again, honey. I can't understand you.
I'll be back.
Okay.
I'm gonna tell her iPad to be nice. Little asshole. I tried this lip stain. This is kind of cool.
Oh.
I've been drinking coffee.
Yeah.
It's this color, which really isn't one of my colors. I inherited this shirt from somebody.
Nobody have now.
Anyway. Let's hear you.
How about now?
That's good. I can hear you now.
I'm on the mood for that bullshit thing. You better behave.
Eliza and I gamed for almost 2 hours last night.
Yeah.
I saw.
And it was so much fun. And then after she left, I kept going. I was like, and then, one of it was I kept getting killed. And then it became like a mission to get all my shit back.
Mm-hmm.
Anyone who's ever played Don't Starve Together knows this mission. You got killed there, and then you're going back unarmed and with less hit points than you started with.
Yeah.
But at least you're not starving.
At least you're not starving.
So finally I won, and I made a whole bunch of shots, and there's extra shots in the chest.
Oh, good.
But yeah, it was crazy.
Wow.
It was so much fun, though. I was having so much fun.
Yeah.
And a couple times I'm like, oh, Eliza, I wish you could stay up longer and play with me. You should be here for this. And then I'm thinking, yeah, Vixie, sit down. You should have stopped when she did so you could play together.
That's okay. That's okay.
Oh, and here's another thing that's happening on Threads. So I'm going through, I do not shame myself. I do not body shame myself. I do not shame myself mentally. I don't shame myself online. Now, I'm not saying I don't do it in real life, because you lie if you said you never did it. But I don't do it online because I don't think it's something that should be perpetuated.
No,
Nobody should think that's a good idea. Because it's
Right.
not. It's not healthy, people. Be nice to yourself as much as possible.
Yeah.
Sometimes we get in quirks and knots and whatever, and it happens. Get over it and come back. So, one guy posted on one of my things, don't worry about what other people say. You're beautiful. I said, well, other people say I'm beautiful, sexy, hot, smart, funny. You're the only one who brought up that there might be a problem.
Mm-hmm.
Asshole.
Yeah.
Backhanded compliments suck.
yeah, you know what I hate you this day. You're so pretty to be disabled. Like,
Oh.
I hate that.
Yeah, you're really pretty for a fat girl.
Yeah.
You're
Yeah.
pretty. You're pretty for an old woman. Back off.
I rather hear.
I'm working with what I got. This is what God gave me.
Yeah.
I'm working with it.
Yeah.
So I rather hear, oh, you pretty because you're fat. Besides the disability,
Uh-huh.
like that's annoying.
Well-
enough, like,
And here's my question. If I wasn't fat, would I still be pretty?
exactly.
I have a picture of me when I was skinny. It only happened for a year, people, when I was 19 and stressed out, and it was bad. I looked like I was on heroin. I wasn't. I just never ate. I smoked cigarettes and I drank coffee. That's it.
Wow.
I looked terrible. I have
Oh,
one picture from my great-grandfather's funeral of me like that. My brother even looked at me and said, "Are you on drugs?" Like, he was concerned. I did not look pretty skinny. And sometimes when I start losing weight, I freak out a little bit.
I have a big head when I'm skinny. I look like a blow pop.
I look like a boy.
I look weird.
I look like a
Hey,
boy when I'm skinny.
My head's proportionate. Like, I look weird.
I'll show you guys pictures later if I can find it. I think I saw it the other day.
Okay.
I have some cute pictures of me when I was a kid.
I
That was adorable, damn it. I didn't look much different than I do now, except, boobs. You know?
Yeah.
yeah.
And even then, I got these kind of early. People are weird. They're just weird.
Yeah.
And here's another thing that I did on TikTok. This guy did a whole 1 minute. I think it was more than 1 minute. I think it was more like 3 minutes video. And he kind of sucked me in, which, I'll give anybody props who can do that. He's just talking about stuff, And he said, if you could stitch this with this 5 seconds in it and let me know what the country has done to you or what you're upset with your country about, blah, 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 blah. And of course, I did it. And I said, I'm not upset with my government because my government is what it is. I don't care what your religion is. I don't care what your politics are. I don't care. All I care about is you go out and vote and educate yourself before you do it. Make your choices. Make them with your brain. You have a voice. Use it. And that was it.
Wow.
And some people didn't respond very nicely about that.
Really?
And I didn't say anything to them. I didn't say anything because that's pretty much what the video is about. Use your voice, go ahead. And I wasn't personally hurt about it. I just like, oh, okay, that's your shit, not mine. And all of a sudden, the comments started disappearing, the bad ones.
Oh.
I didn't get very many good ones. I think I got 2 good ones.
Wow.
And I thought, people are a lot more controversial than that on this app.
Yeah.
I was being honest and nice at the same time, which is not always easy, people.
Right.
I didn't learn how to be diplomatic until I was in my early 20s. I learned how to do that. That wasn't a gift. That was a lot of work. I'm not a diplomatic person by trade, but I try to be because I think it's a good trait. And I always wanted that trait. And I worked very hard to figure out how it worked.
I don't think I saw that video.
I think I'm being crushed or shadow banned or whatever people call it. And I'm not going to make a video about it. Those drive me nuts. But because what are you supposed to do? Make a video about it? Now, I used to call Likey every now and then when they'd pull my stuff down. And I'd say, Likey has pulled 23. The most was 31 videos in less than 24 hours. They pulled 31 videos in less than 24 hours. And I did make a video about that because I was so pissed.
Yeah.
That was not fair.
No.
And some of them were years old. Years.
Wow.
So I said, okay, Likey, this is for you because you're not returning my phone calls because they weren't. I'm not making content this month. And just so my followers know, I'm not making contact this month, but you can DM me. I'll be supporting everybody else, but I'm not making content this month. That's the closest I've ever made to a video like that. It wasn't, oh, poor me, blah, blah, blah. Because those don't help. Nobody, they just don't help. I love y'all, but they don't.
Mm-hmm.
Mostly people go, oh, just give it up. I'm telling you the truth, okay? It might hurt, but I'm telling you the truth. People want to be entertained. People want to be engaged.
I hated
It's all about entertainment.
friends. I hated the friends. Sorry, the friends that would support you only if you supported them.
Oh yeah, I have a lot of those on my. I just,
Like you have to like throw them so much money,
Yeah.
and you have to like so many of their videos.
Now, if I had a deal with somebody who was my friend that we were
Or
going to
they're
do that for
gonna
each other, I'm cool with that.
unfollow.
We made a deal. We talked about it, whatever. But anyone who would say, well, I did this for you, and I'd say, oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know there was strings attached to that. I thought you were just being a genuine friend. I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
And I've kind of taken that attitude to TikTok, where it's like I said, I reposted hundreds, and I'm not kidding, hundreds of videos yesterday and the day before.
Wow.
I've had 3 people repost a few of my videos. I'm like, really? I thought we were supposed to be helping each other. That's what I went into it with.
I do it.
I know. You're not like me who gets on every day and
Yeah, I
fucks with it, though.
I don't get on every
And
day.
I know that. You're my friend, and I know that. And I'm good with that. It's these people who our conversation was, I follow you, you follow me, we support each other's videos. Because at that point, you don't know each other. You're just starting to be acquainted.
Mm-hmm.
We're not friends yet. And I'm not saying we're not going to be. I'm just saying we're not there yet. And if you don't engage with me, no matter how much I engage with you, we're never going to be friends because I don't chase after people anymore. I'm too old for that shit.
Mm-hmm.
If you're going to do your own thing, go do your own thing. I'm not mad. I might be a little sad depending on who you are.
Yeah.
But I'm not mad. I'm just disappointed.
Yeah.
It's just the way it is.
I'm the worst person when it comes to TikTok because I get on and I like stuff, and then I need a comment, and I don't because I get distracted, and my ADD is real when it comes to TikTok.
Well, that's the other thing. Some of us have a hard time figuring out what to write. You don't want to write the same thing over and over again because you'll get pegged as somebody who does that. Oh, they're just saying that. Whatever. It's not true. Like, I don't give everybody the I love you fingers in my emojis. Yeah. Only a few of you get them because I do actually love you. Yeah, like, you and Eliza both get them.
I'm like, I did pay attention to what people say. I try to comment back, and then I think I did, and then I go back weeks later, and I'm like, hey,
I do that too, but sometimes I catch myself and I redo it. And they take my likes away from people all the time. I know if I have commented on your video, I have liked it. Because I do that first.
Yeah.
So if I go back and I'm rewatching a video, which I do for some of you, or me, depending, I might just like the video and I'm rewatching it because I enjoyed it. If I see I commented and there's no like there from me, I get a little pissy. Like, TikTok, you're an asshole. Why would you do that? What are you trying to do? Push people? What are you trying to do? Push people off the app? They're really pissy about this whole Gen X thing. They're blocking the hashtag teamwork.
Yeah. Oh.
Because that was the one that everyone was using. And Yeah, but what I was saying is I use the emojis because I don't know what to say. If I say more than the emojis, usually it's because I really have something to say.
Yeah.
But a lot of it's entertainment and I enjoyed it. I'll give you extra emojis if something's particularly funny or sad, or you did an absolutely fucking great job. I will clap at you.
He clapped at me yesterday. I was like,
I will clap at you if I am very proud. I will clap at you. But and then if people know, if people ask, and some people do ask, like, what the hell is this? Because some people get offended, and I feel bad when they do. I do. I actually feel bad because I do not go out with malice. I do not come out into public to be mean. I hate it when people are mean. There's no reason for it. It's a lack of character. The cruelty is just crazy.
Yeah.
It doesn't help. It doesn't help anything. Now, I will warn you if you've gotten under my skin that you've pushed too far and I'm about to push back. But I won't start it. I will never start it. And I don't, the other thing is I don't fight fair because I don't do the childish stuff like, you look funny or blah, 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 blah. I usually do the stuff like, are you okay? Were you not hugged enough as a child? And I'm serious. I'm not trying to be an asshole. I'm serious. I get worried about some people.
Yeah.
Like, that is not right. It just blows me away. But usually they go away then because they don't want to face whatever it is I'm bringing up. So.
Yeah.
I usually don't say anything. I'm just like, I don't care enough.
Sometimes people get under my skin. Kids, I know I shouldn't bother the kids. I know. But I just can't stand it when kids are mean.
Yeah.
Like, where is your parent? Where is your guardian? I don't care. Whatever you have, there's somebody who's over 18 that's in charge of you. If it's the state, it's the state. But somebody's in charge of you. And they're not doing their job. At least when our parents did it, we were out in the middle of the woods where we could only hurt ourselves, not anyone else. Or getting them. And we were taught not to fuck with the adults.
Yeah.
Go in the other room. The adults are having a conversation.
Yeah.
Go play outside. You know?
Yeah.
I was one of the few ones because I was quiet and I didn't like fuck around. I would just sit at the table and listen and pay attention to what was going on. So I was allowed to sit at the adult table when I was quite young, and that pissed a lot of kids off. But it was like, dudes, the trick is shut up. That's the big trick.
Yeah.
Don't bother them. They're having their moments. And I learned a lot of shit just by being quiet and sitting at the table. People are crazy. That's it. I do have to say I do love the Gen X movement because they're telling all these stories and I'm like, shush, we're not talking about that. There was a reason we got away with it.
Yeah.
We didn't talk about it.
Right.
There were no pictures. There were no videotapes. There was nothing. It was your word against mine, and y'all knew to shut up. Nobody said nothing. The only time we said anything is when somebody had to actually go to the emergency room.
Yeah.
That's the only time. And even then, we tried not to do that. We're like, no, we can fix that. Put pressure on it. It's fine.
Put pressure on it.
It's only a toe. You've got 9 more. Walk it off. Walk it off.
You got 9 more. You don't need another one. He's just a hanger-on. Oh, we're terrible. But it's funny.
It's fun.
I don't follow this kid on TikTok because he's underage, but he's autistic. And I get his stuff in my feed all the time. And I did post a video for you guys to watch.
You sent me a couple of his videos.
And I am very grateful for this kid, telling everyone he is eloquent, I think is the word I'm looking for.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
But at the same time, you can really tell he's autistic. He's got a lot of traits.
Hey, shh.
But he explains stuff that some of us really wonder about, like the loud stimming. Like, and you all have heard my kids.
Yeah.
Loud. And when I say loud, it's not even a joke. And he says it's like laughing. It just happens. And they can't do anything about it. They can't. And if you try to stifle it, it gets worse. Just like laughing,
Mm-hmm.
you know? And he also said, and I appreciate it that my family doesn't make it feel like it's a burden on them. Like it bothers them.
Yeah.
And that was nice to hear. As someone who has two fairly nonverbal, the girl's getting there. She's funny when she uses words. She's actually hilarious. Last night, she asked hubby for pepperoni, and he got like involved in other stuff. And it was like an hour later, and she comes out and looks at him. And he goes, oh, "Pepperoni, I'll get it for you." And then he comes out with it, and she goes, "Trash can."
Oh no.
Hot dogs.
Hot dogs.
I said, "Ooh, she told you."
Oh no.
Garbage daddy. That's what she said. Garbage daddy. Trash can. Hot dogs. You waited too long. She had to change her order. Little things like that. It's just funny. She doesn't speak full sentences, but she nails it sometimes though. Like the one time she looked at him, she goes, "Just business."
Just business.
I lost my shit. Just business. Sometimes I don't know where she picks it up from. I'm sure it's YouTube or something, but it's hilarious because she uses it correctly. It's not like she just came out of nowhere. It's usually somebody said something and she uses it correctly, and it cracks me up. And she'll look and smile at me, or every now and then she'll go, like, "That's not funny, Mom. That's not funny."
My kid was like that when he was about 5 or 6. He didn't talk sentences until he was 5 or 6. It was just 1 to 2 words phrases. And he used them correctly, but he didn't speak. I'm so amazed how well he speaks now from when he was 5 or 6. Cause
my oldest said banana once. He was like 4. And I sat down and started crying. He's never said that word since. I kid you not. He has never said that word since. I felt bad afterwards, but I couldn't help it. It was instantaneous. It was the first word out of my kid's mouth.
Yeah.
You know? And I just lost it. So every now and then I remind him, I know you know what a banana is, and I know how you know how to say it.
Oh.
I honestly didn't think Mason was going to be mobile for a long time.
Well, I thought the girl child was for the longest time, and then I realized most of it was echolalia. That was kind of heartbreaking.
See, he did that, like he would echo you, but
she does a lot of echolalia with TV, especially Sesame Street. She loves Sesame Street. And Richard Scary. And she did learn to say scary, which is not good for a little girl to say all the time.
Yeah.
Especially if she's with her dad.
Yeah.
Like, then you have to explain. And they still look at you like, because back then, autism was a new thing.
Yeah.
That people didn't know much about.
Yeah.
Well,
So,
now it pisses me off when people act like it's not a real thing.
oh, there'll always be people like that. No matter what, there will always be people like that. People cannot, like, go outside their reality.
Especially when it comes to Mason, a lot of my family members do not think he's autistic.
It's like, dude, you don't live with them.
Yep.
That's the same with my youngest. Sometimes people are like, and I'm like, oh, spend more than 10 minutes with him.
Exactly. Let me send him to you for a while.
Ah.
And yes, his new tip wasn't new, but like it's more prominent when he clicks. He's clicking, especially when he's concentrating go. Like,
It's Tim.
they talk,
It's Tim.
he stems and it's a clicking noise. He drives my niece crazy. I'm like, leave him alone.
Mine info dumps.
Oh,
Like-
yeah.
And people don't realize that that's
Yep,
that's a stim. It's a tick. It's not necessarily it's he starts like 7 sentences and doesn't finish any of them.
yeah.
And I have to be like, if you really want me to know what's going on, you're gonna have to start over. So I give him the choice, basically. You either tell me what you're talking about, or do you feel better? Basically.
Oh, you
And a lot of times he'll be like, no, I'm good.
Oh, he'll
More
talk
power to you,
about
kid.
something, and then he'll switch the topic, and I'm like, what?
I don't know. Hubby and I do that to each other. Did you get that? No, I didn't get that. Did you get that? No. Okay. Are you okay? That's always our go-to. Are you okay?
I won't be talking
Are
about
you bleeding?
Yeah.
Is there a problem I can solve? Do we need to go to
Yeah.
the doctor's office? Cool. Go on with your bad self. Because if there's nothing I can do, there's nothing I can do.
I didn't know the teacher started telling me about the clicking. I go into stim. He's stimming.
Don't stop it. Messes with the
yeah,
brain.
Snapped his fingers. I'm like, into stim.
My boy rubs like this.
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
He has huge calluses. And I
Yes,
can't do anything about it. I'm
I go like this. Like, I go like this a lot, so I have a callus.
I do the pumping.
Yeah,
like
I
this.
pump. But I tried not to pump because I got long nails. They all cut my
Oh,
palm.
yeah. I have scars from when
So
I've
do I.
been really anxious.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I have so many stims that I have realized since I've had autistic kids. I'm like, oh my God, I stim a lot. But a lot of mine are what would be called socially acceptable.
Yeah.
Like when people bounce their knee, that one drives me crazy, by the way. I don't know why I center on it when I see it, but it absolutely drives me nuts. But I know they're not doing it on purpose and they're not doing it to piss me off. So I shut up about it.
I don't know why it bothers me too. When I hear someone tapping, I'm like,
I'm a pen clicker, and I know that drives Mel nuts.
oh my, I'm a pin clicker.
She's like, Vixie, put the pen down.
Sorry.
So I have to keep them off my desk. The clicky ones. I have to keep them off my desk so that when I'm going live, I don't just pick it up. Because I don't even realize I'm doing it. Just all of a sudden, I'm click, click, click. I'm like, oh, shit.
I do the same thing.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
I'm forgetting what I'm doing. I'm forgetting my steps for some reason.
I tap too. Not as much as I used to. When I was younger, I tapped a lot more. Like with my pencil, the tip of my pencil or the eraser of my pencil. I would tap a lot.
My teachers will make me put my pencils down if I wasn't using them.
You're like, see that little strip there? I don't know if you guys had those kind of desks, but see that little strip there? Put that there. That goes there.
Yeah.
People get crazy. I love it. I think it's hilarious.
You guys want to hear about something that I learned while I was gone?
Yes.
Yes.
The dog. It's called emotion regulation. It's a DBT skill. or they're part of DBT skills. Can't
Mhm.
remember what DBT stands for exactly.
I just went blank. I've heard that
Okay.
before. Hold on, I'll look.
The first one is act opposite. Emotions and behaviors go hand in hand. If you feel angry, you might raise your voice or argue. If you feel sad, you might withdraw from your friends. Actions and emotions are closely linked. What many people don't know is that this connection goes both ways. Just as emotions lead to behaviors, behaviors lead to emotions. This means doing the opposite action can change how you feel. If you typically raise your voice when you're angry, try talking quietly and politely. If you withdraw when you feel sad, make a point to visit a friend instead. It might feel forced at first, but acting opposite can shift your feelings in a more positive direction. So, like, if you're angry, you might fight, yell, and argue, but the opposite action would be to talk quietly and behave politely.
Yeah, I go a little extreme. I'm real quiet, and I'll just look at you. My brain will go 1,000 miles per hour. Let me tell you, I'm thinking everything. You don't want to know. I would be put in jail for some of the thoughts I
You
have.
don't want to know what I think.
You
Exactly.
don't want to know. And it pisses people off when they're yelling at you too.
Oh, I know.
Oh, jeez.
Sadness, the action would be withdraw from friends, and the opposite action would be call or visit a friend.
I do that,
Yeah.
or I try to do that.
And then
That's kind of what this is. The shows for me.
Yeah.
That's pretty much what that is.
Yeah.
Keep me from withdrawing.
I withdraw real bad, even on the shows I can.
You tend to, but you're getting better
Yeah.
at it. You're getting more comfortable.
Yeah.
I can tell.
Yeah. And then there's anxiety. The action is dwell on the anxiety producing event. The opposite action would be do something unrelated that occupies your thoughts.
I try.
I know.
I have to say the best thing that for me especially when you don't know the trigger, because sometimes you don't know what the trigger is.
Mhm.
When I know what the trigger is, I'm pretty good about figuring out what to do. But if I don't know what the trigger is, like it just happened and I have no clue,
Mhm.
if I bite into a Sour Patch Kid watermelon slice and just let that sour go across my tongue, it like jolts my body and my brain follows. And it doesn't completely stop the anxiety, but it gets me to a point where I can start taking control and saying to myself, okay, it's time to calm down. There's nothing wrong. Try to breathe and talk myself out of it. Because sometimes you get to that point with anxiety where you cannot think of anything else. It depends on how.
Right. There's also other ones on here.
It's dialectical behavior therapy. Is an evidence-based psychotherapy that begins with efforts to treat personality disorders and interpersonal conflicts. Evidence suggests that DBT can be useful in treating mood disorders and suicidal ideation. Sorry, I couldn't read it. It was in a different color. As well as for changing behavioral patterns such as self-harm and substance use. DBT evolved into a process in which the therapist and client work with acceptance and change-oriented strategies and ultimately balance and synthesize them, comparable to philosophical, I don't like this word, dialectical process. It's not that I have a problem with the word itself, I just can't say it. It's one of those where it's like, my mouth doesn't want to work that way. Process of the thesis and antithesis followed by the synthesis.
No, but now I remember what I was going to say. I was going to tell you what it meant. I knew the definition of
DBT?
Yeah.
I heard it before, but it wasn't.
They do that with his behavioral therapy. That's part of his thing. He does it weekly.
Oh, yeah.
In honesty, my kids are not there.
Right.
Well,
I don't think we're having
I
a hard
have-
time figuring out what the emotions are right now.
I have to say,
I'm not
without therapy, he would be. He probably wouldn't be where he is today.
Yeah.
Because he's been getting it since he was 2.
Wow.
So. And he
Good.
gets it weekly now. He used to get it 3 times a week, but now that he's in school, he gets it once a week for an hour.
Yeah, that's normal.
Mm-hmm. And they help him to learn how to control his meltdowns and stuff like that. It's his coping mechanism skills, basically, what they teach him, and how to express himself without getting overstimulated or
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah, my kids at school, sometimes he gets violent, which he doesn't do here ever.
Yeah.
Every
Well,
now and then to his sister, but I usually stop that before it happens. Like, the hardest part right now is getting him to identify it.
Well, the school cycle boys will be boys because Mason doesn't understand the gray line. It's black and white with Mason. And they
Right.
both play. And they're like, oh, but they're boys. Boys would do that. I constantly have to tell them with my son, he doesn't understand when it's time to stop.
When you've gone overboard.
Yeah, he can
Yeah.
either do it, Chloe. He can either do it or he can't do it. And my thing is, don't allow it to happen to begin with.
Right.
Because-
Stop it before it happens.
Yeah, because he doesn't know when it's too far. And he's taking it too far twice already. Chloe, like that.
But Mom, I'm protecting you from the shadow above your head.
He's bulking at the
That window is sketchy.
He's bulking up there.
I know. I can. It's the shadows. You just don't
She
understand.
was bulking in there with John. She just sitting in there with him.
Animals crack me up. They're like, dude, it's screen door. It's after you. Don't you
Well,
understand?
Well, she's over the night now. She's dying because of her void. She's, and you can tell she's dying. I know it's sad to say, but all she does is sleep all day.
Yeah.
And she doesn't have bowel movement control like she used to. So I know she's dying. So
Right.
and this the new thing she's been doing lately is she used to never bark. But for the last couple months, all she does is bark. And I'm like, what the hell?
She's got stuff to say before she leaves.
I've had her for 6 years. Okay, she's 16, so I got her when she was 10. My sister had her for 1 year. My sister had her when we had her, she never barked at anything until this year, the last couple months.
Wow.
Shut up, Chloe.
We're good.
And they do it for hours at a time. And with my anxiety and with me sleeping.
Yeah, I'm not sure I could deal with that with my anxiety.
I can't.
Sometimes the kids get on me. I have to leave the room for a few minutes.
Yeah, they're talking about call the kid or whoever the wife to come and get her like I did the other day.
Yeah.
Because I couldn't handle it anymore.
Ugh, it's already getting hot. I wonder what the temp is.
It's hot.
I'm starting to feel it. Oh, 94 degrees. Feels like 94 degrees. Then it's freaking 94 degrees, people.
Okay, let me
Oh my gosh.
It's like it's only 89, but it feels like. No. If it feels like that, that's how hot it is.
94.
It feels like 95 right now.
Yeah. I'm only a degree below you, chica.
Wow.
It's supposed to go down. It's supposed to start raining at 3, which is cool because I live on the East Coast and my living room's east facing,
Oh.
and then I have northern windows. Also, so I have east
Oh.
facing windows and I have northern windows. My
What?
living room gets really sunny and really hot. Doesn't matter how much air conditioner you have.
Yeah.
I can't have curtains because my girl child pulls them off the walls.
Yeah.
I have blackout curtains because of that reason. Because if we didn't let my kitchen super fucking hot under the window, so I
These
need
are
to
blackouts.
put blackout curtains in the kitchen, and my bathroom gets hot.
Well, I did buy. We haven't put them up. I bought these just after Christmas, and I still haven't put them up yet. I'm a little afraid to put them up while the girl child's home, and now she's home from school. So I should have done it months ago, but we've been procrastinating. And doing other stuff.
Mhm.
But I got these window clings. It's like tack paper that you line your drawers with, but it's not sticky. And it's kind of see-through. Basically, it looks like stained glass.
Yeah.
And it's just like, do you remember oily stickers?
Yeah.
I don't know
Yeah.
how else to describe it. They're kind of like oily stickers, only gold instead of black behind it.
Mm.
Mason the windows are tinted so he can't see out because of him seeing stuff. So his windows blacked out.
Well, my girl child, her windows are in the front of the house, right? You know, big highway right there.
Mhm.
Well, it's not really a highway, but big road, lots of traffic. And we have a lot of foot traffic because we're on the edge of the art district. So we have a lot of foot traffic. And she would be naked in the window, like all the time. And we wouldn't know
Oh,
it
no.
because she didn't say anything. You know, she wasn't making noise. So we weren't being
Mhm.
alerted. So they replaced the windows in there with one-way windows. So you can't look in, you know. For about a year, I had chalk paint markers like they use for cars on weddings or football games and stuff.
Yeah.
And I drew all over the windows like this fantasy forest scene. And anytime she'd like scrape some of it off, I go back in and draw. It was a lot of work, but it was cute. My
Yeah.
mother hated it. I think I might have liked it a little more because of that. She never let me draw on the walls. And then people are like, you let your kids draw on the walls? I said, let is not the word. I discovered that they were drawing on the walls every now and then. And by the time I find out they're not doing it anymore with my kids, unless you catch them, there's no way to change the behavior. It's like training a dog.
That's how
You don't catch them doing it, you can't fix the problem because most of the time they don't know what the hell you're talking about.
Mm.
So I've just come. Okay, I used to be a neat freak, like crazy. My friends called me Cloroxa because my house always smelled like bleach.
My mom was
I was always bleaching everything down. Everything is. Even when I was smoking, I had ashtrays. But when I was finished smoking, a few minutes later, I pick up my ashtray, I dump it out, I wash it out, and put it back.
My mom was like that.
And it's just the way I grew up. Since I've had children, I don't give a fuck half the time, which is not good. I should give more of a fuck. It's just you get so tired and over it. So you put things off, like the windows. There's an extra thing I don't have time in my day to do. And then my mom will say, well, you do your shows on YouTube. I said, yes, but they've been prescribed by my psychiatrist. Every time I go in there, which is like every 6 months, sometimes 3, depending on how I'm doing or what the med check is. She'll say to me, are you still doing YouTube? And I'll say, yes. And when I was kind of not doing it during the holidays, she was worried. She like called me. And like, are you sure? And I'm like, no, everyone is busy and I don't want to intrude on their quote unquote real lives. I still was going we were still going like once a day like the 8 o'clock shows. We were doing the 8 o'clock shows. We didn't get a lot of people coming to them, but that's okay. I was still doing it. Just wasn't as prolific as it was before. Prolific. Stuff happens. And then New Year kind of started over again. We figured out some stuff we wanted to do and some stuff we didn't want to do and some stuff that just wasn't working, you know?
Yeah.
And that's okay. That's how we figure out what we want to do. If y'all go back to our first shows, well, that's a hot mess.
Yeah.
Those are hot messes. They're fun to watch because they're funny as hell, but it's a hot mess. Like our very first Friday, a coffee talk after dark. This is before we were even playing at Flipside. We were coffee talk after dark. We had like 10 people from Likey. And it was crazy. It was crazy. And we were on for hours. Oh my God. I can't believe anybody ever watched us.
My hair's very frizzy today.
Mine is too. That's why it's braided. I'm like, okay, I'm done. And it's hot. So I'm not going to want to wear my hair like a coat.
Well, my hair would have been braided if I went to the river because my friend I was supposed to go with was going to braid it before we left. I couldn't even make it to the graduation ceremony. I was like, there's no way here I can make it a whole
You
day.
did good, though. And I'm sure it was very much appreciated.
Yeah, I left as soon as he crossed the stage.
You did what you could. And then some.
He knew I was there. That's all that matters.
Yep.
And we'll have another graduation until my oldest.
Since we graduate every year now.
No, because my oldest is going to high school.
Oh.
So
No.
we have 4 more years.
They have graduations down here every time you graduate to another grade.
So they didn't have
Wow.
graduation, but I was surprised that this was the 8th grade graduation. But
He got mine got a participatory thing. It looks like a diploma, but it says thanks for participating.
Mason got the most creative thinker.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
When they were at the Montessori school, they used to get actual things like that. Like my oldest got best cleaner because he would clean up even when they didn't want him to. He'd be like, "Okay, we're done. I'm putting this in the garbage." He's funny. He cracks my shit up. But yeah.
They all look like you.
Ew.
Oh,
Well, the youngest actually does look like his father, but you'd have to see pictures of his father. He looks like a carbon copy of.
Well, no, he does. The older two look.
No, the oldest one looks exactly like my father. Like exactly.
Yeah, but you didn't send me picture of your father. You sent me one of your stepdad. So,
but my girl is a carbon copy of me.
Yes.
The other day she was doing something. I'm like, oh, I can't deny that. That is so. Even like her mannerisms and stuff.
Yeah.
It's not just that she looks like me. She does shit that I do.
A lot of people think Mason's a copy me, but he looks
Hi,
just
Zan.
like Dad. He just like the only thing he got for me is like the hair color, the eye color, and the skin tone. But he looks just like his father.
Yeah, he does.
He's a white boy.
He's like the copier lost a lot of toner.
Yeah,
is what it's like. Yeah, he does though. He looks exactly like his dad.
He looks just like
Zan says, "Hey all, I'm going for a hike later and foraging tour, so get to learn about nature's grocery store." This is something I tell people to do all the time. When I first moved down here, I had a friend who like knew stuff like that. So I'm like, dude, take me out and show me, because I swear this place is just here to kill me. Like I can be dropped off in the middle of the woods in the Midwest, just about anywhere, and I'll be fine. You don't have to worry about me, especially if I have a knife. If I have a knife, you never see me again. I'm good. But down here, there's weird shit down here. Thank you, Zan. I appreciate that. There's weird stuff that I'm like, that's not supposed to kill you. Why is that here? Why? I don't understand. It's very rough on me. And we have belladonna down here. That grows wild. And I always like, I mean, the first time I saw it, I'm like, is that belladonna? And my friend said, yeah, that's belladonna. And I said, I have never seen wild belladonna before. Ever. Anywhere. I didn't know where it grew. And there's some medicinal purposes that it's really good for, but it was a surprise. I mean, it's like oleander. You can use it for a lot of stuff. I collect books about foraging, but I need to do hands-on work. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'm a hands-on learner. I can read all the books and know all the stuff, but when it gets down to it, I want to know. I want to be tested.
Guys, I gotta go.
I was just going to say the same thing. It's lunchtime, everybody. Love you all. Hope to see everybody here tonight.
You.
Okay, have a great day.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Thanks for watching, and a big shout out to all our creators.
Hi, baby. Are you okay? What's going on?